someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings. Yeah. Vanilla ice, but I'm iced out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Quick throw to Olave. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Purdy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. On 2nd down, here's Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. In motion, the tight end. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. A 10th carry for Kamara. Yeah, maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Watson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to less than the double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. A second down throw for Purdy. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing here, Purdy. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Purdy off the play fake. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. That's a gain of 14. Purdy will look to throw again here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Koo for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And running with power here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission. And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete. Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Purdy looking to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, it's Purdy. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
They'll run with Robinson. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Robinson again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Robinson. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He gets it to Burks again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Saints 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. From the end zone, Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Straight ahead is Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll run again here with Robinson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Purdy. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Faking the give, now Watson. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 54 yards. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to Robinson now on first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Saints will have the football back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Kamara up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. To throw, Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down, goal to go. Kamara. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.